Yo, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about business intelligence, what it is, and how to use it for your real estate business or your real estate investing to get the maximum out of it. My name is Rob Lufin. I help people start and scale to get that very first off-market deal or scale up to 5 deals per month, all online, all virtually. Now, before I go into business intelligence, what is that and how can you use it? I want to talk about a quick story. When in 2019, in the beginning of 2019, our real estate business was just buying houses in my hometown here in South Florida. And our business model was we find people who are interested in selling through our marketing sources. Then we would go out and meet them in their home, right? So we get in the car, drive, and do an in-person appointment, and hopefully lock up a deal that way. Hopefully get a deal through that action. So it was one time that it was Friday. I had gone on 15 appointments, and it was a lot of driving. And I was driving back from somewhere very far from my home. Okay, it was like a 50-minute drive back home. I was in the car and I had no deals. I made no money that week. I had gone on 15 appointments, meaning I've probably spent 25 to 30 hours that week in the car, plus another 30 hours a week on appointments, plus in office time and things like this. And I honestly broke down. I had a flood of anxiety rush through my body as I'm driving my car back home on the highway. My vision gets dark. I was sweating like crazy. I had to start breathing. I had to slow down the car. And even now, like I said, like breathing a little heavy. And man, I was just so stressed that it took so much freaking work to be able to get that one deal that I was looking for that week. It took so much work, so much out of me. So I drove home and I promised myself I'm not going to put me or anyone on my team or any of my students through that ever again. Therefore, that is the introduction to business intelligence. Why business intelligence is good and what it has done for our business and what it can do for you. So the problem is, imagine if you don't use any business intelligence, which is ultimately software, and I'm going to go into exactly what it is. If you don't know what it is, don't know which ones to use, or don't ever adapt that it exists, then you will be left in the past and you will be having anxieties when other people are running right by you and getting all the deals and making all the money in real estate. So now, what exactly is BI or business intelligence? What it is I have my notes here, so I'll be looking just to get my. What it is it's websites or softwares that provide data and data management tools for you to be able to look at things that happened in the past, data that happens in the past, to be able to predict a better future, to be able to make your next business move. Right? If you know how many houses were purchased in this area and for how much and for what way in the past, well, it's a pretty good prediction of what can happen in the future. Now, what are some business intelligence softwares for real estate that actually mean anything that you can actually use? And BI is it's a fancy term, and it's something that's relatively new into this real estate market. What helped us transition from me having to go and drive to see a house and spend hours and hours upon hours in a car, was softwares that allowed me to see data in the markets or in different markets. And so I can make predictive decisions to be able to go and do marketing in this area, right? To find sellers or find buyers in these areas and ultimately be able to purchase homes from home, okay? Without having to leave, without having to get in a car, which is my biggest stress. So what are a few softwares for real estate investing of BI that you could use that are pretty simple and inexpensive? So I have 3 really good ones for you. The first one is REI Automator or PropStream. This is for REI Automator, I think it's flipmorehouses.com. PropStream is propstream.com. It's roughly the same thing. And what it is that allows you to get as much data as you'd like to different markets. You can get homes data, you can get pricing data, you can get for what are the heat maps of the US. So let's say you really like North Carolina. On this website, you can see what the heat map is, meaning what is the hottest parts of North Carolina and why. How much have the values gone up? How much have they gone down? What have the rents gone up? What have they gone down in a 3-month, 6-month, 1-year period of time? So it's a very powerful tool for you to be able to see what is happening in the markets, in your own market, in your backyard, or in other markets, okay? We've really used this to go virtual and expand our operations nationwide, which has been game changer. But if you want to just use it to buy your next rental or your next 5 rentals or something, this is a very powerful tool. It actually can help you analyze properties. It can help you do a bunch of things, right? I'm not affiliated with them. I don't have an affiliate link. I wish I did so that I could get paid, but I don't. We just use them in our business every day. Another one that's really good that we started using is called Investor Lift. So this is a software or a website. There's 2 fronts. On the consumer front, it's a website that is essentially a Zillow for investment properties, for off-market investment properties. So if you're interested in buying investment properties, you go on Investor Lift and sign up, and you can see properties that come in the areas you're interested in. However, in the BI format, right, in the business intelligence way, it provides so much data of investor activity. So we could see in the past, in let's say Lakeland, Florida, how many investors purchased homes, for how many flippers purchase home for this price, how much did they flip it for, what's their average profit, who are they? And that allows us to predict, okay, if we get a property in Lakeland, Florida, we know that we can sell it for about this much, or if we want to decide to fix and flip it ourselves, we know that the average profit is this and this and this. So as you can see, there's a pattern here. These websites, these softwares, what it allows us to do is predictively make great decisions on our real estate investing. The last one is listsource.com, and listsource, you can get really crazy with that. It's essentially building your own list of data of either sellers, buyers. You could do mortgage lists, you could do so many different things. I would just encourage you to go in there and play with it. REI Automator has kind of like a function of listsource, but listsource is a lot more robust, and you can do a lot more if your thing is buying big chunks of data, or maybe you want to, target a bunch of different properties or something. That's a good website for you to get some BI, business intelligence, on the real estate game. So how has business intelligence helped the real estate industry? So the first one, and I briefly touched on it before, is it allows you to look at markets and numbers nationwide in different areas. To be able to increase your portfolio with more accuracy, or be able to buy houses with more accuracy. So I live in South Florida. I'm in my condo here, and we buy homes nationwide. And if you've seen my videos or my channel, and if you go back 2 or 3 years, you'll probably see I only was doing deals in Miami or Broward, which is my backyard basically. And since that very stressful event, I went on a journey to figure out how can I buy and wholesale, or buy rentals, or buy fix and flips nationwide. How can I buy the best real estate in the USA from my home? And over about 2 years of knocking and turning over stones and talking to some really smart people, really the key thing that has helped us is these intelligent softwares. Without this, we would not be able to find clear data points. We would not be able to find our buyers. It would be very, very challenging to be able to do this business nationwide. So this has helped so freaking much. Investing out of state. So I talked about wholesale a little bit. We're actually buying most of our rentals, actually all of our rentals, out of my backyard. Okay, South Florida's gotten really expensive, but the median price is probably about $450,000 at the recording of this video. And it's very tough to make a rental return, right? If we buy a $450 and it rents for $3,000 after mortgage and everything, it's not a whole lot of money. Now, we are buying properties in markets that we could buy a house for $160,000 and it rents for $2,000. Now that's a nice market. The only challenge is I don't live there, so I can't drive there. So we use these business intelligence softwares to be able to predict how much the property's worth, what would the property appraise at, how much can we rent it for out there, how many realtors are in that area, how many cash buyers activities are in that area, are hedge funds buying in that area, are banks lending in that area. So we can get our whole package, everything that we need to successfully buy a rental and exit the rental in a refinance, and use these softwares to do it that I listed above. Basically, we use REI Automator for a lot of that stuff. Another thing that this has helped is helped us buy real estate in different markets with confidence, complete confidence in the numbers. With some of these softwares, it's basically like having nationwide MLS access. So you have access to all data, all consistent real data that's happening right now. and that happened in the past, in the last 3 months, 6 months. So now when we're going to buy a property in Georgia and we look it up in our software that I mentioned to you here, when we look it up in our software, now we can with accuracy know, okay, if we buy this house for 100 and put 40,000 into it, we can sell it for 240. Okay, so before it was challenging to use Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, or call an agent and wait on an agent's opinion, and maybe they give it to you, maybe they don't. Typically, agents' opinions are a lot higher than what actually happens because they're kind of selling you on working with them. However, now we can see the exact data because of these technology, these new softwares that have come to market, which is amazing. And the last but not least is being able to manage teams and people or rental properties using these softwares. So there's a ton out there. I'm not going to list any. I use one called ScheduleMyRent.com, but there's a lot of over them. There's man, I used to use Yardi. There's Yardi.com. There's one that I used to use that was pretty good. So there's a bunch out there, and they're really powerful. Okay, they have a lot of different things that allow you to see data and also be anywhere in the market and have all the technology you need to run a freaking business. It is crazy. If you're not taking advantage of these softwares and this technology to up your game in real estate, you are missing out, okay? So this video is not to discourage you, it's actually to encourage you and inspire you that it's very possible. I got started in this thing at 21 years old. I'm 28 now, run 7-figure businesses in real estate investing, and I honestly still don't know what I'm doing. I have much to learn. So anyways, I hope this video helped you, and please see all the things in the comments below. And if you like this video, please share it, or if someone that you know is getting into real estate or wanting to go to real estate nationwide or wanting to buy more rentals and they don't know exactly what to use, please share with them this video if you think it'll help them, and it'll help us with the YouTube algorithm so we can make some more badass content for you. All right, thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.